back when I was a kid, 80s, early 90s, the only thing on TV, if you followed athletics from the state of Iowa point, was Iowa. But, in the coaching world, things take a different directions. Having been at Northern Iowa and losing that program, and the last 4 years I was out in Charlotte as a D2 head coach. But when this opportunity came open, and Coach Heller, who I worked for 2 years back in 08, 09 at Northern Iowa, obviously got the head coaching job here. This was kind of one of those situations for me, a chance to get back to the state where my family is, and go back to my initial point of the challenge of getting this program back to what it used to be when Dwayne Banks was here, and getting us back to the top of the Big Ten Conference. And that challenge is what drives everyone, if you have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and that ultimately helped my decision out.
I had a dream of playing for the Hawkeyes. This is kind of part of the deal. I didn't have that chance out of high school, but was able to play in Northern Iowa for Coach Heller, and then had the opportunity to coach there. And
for myself, once I finished as a player here, I was a player professionally. So that was certainly, being that I live in Iowa City, getting into coaching, this was the perfect fit for me. So Coach Heller called me, and that was an easy decision.
I've watched a lot of head coaches, and being a head coach myself, there aren't very many, if any, that work as hard as Coach Heller does in doing the dirty stuff. And what I mean by that, he's not a head coach that sits around in his office and on game day shows up. He's very, very involved on a daily practice. When we have practice daily, he's very, very involved in that. He's very involved in the recruiting process, trying to select the kids that we think would best fit our program going forward. So for me, to know you're working for a guy that I worked for in the past that has worked his way up.
Coach Heller he's been in the business for a while now. He knows what he's doing, and he's been a proven winner wherever he goes. That's just the thing about Coach Heller. He breeds winning, and in this business, that's what you want to do.
The most important thing is to change that attitude that we've been trying to establish with our team, and that goes even further with doing a great job in the classroom, being good citizens off the field, doing a good job in the community. It can't be just one. It has to be all those things if you're going to totally rebuild a program, and that's what we've tried to do. As far as our team this year has tried to change that attitude day one. I really feel like that we've got a chance to have a good couple years here with the guys who are there, and hopefully they continue to improve and buy into what we're trying to get them to do. And if they do, I think we'll surprise some people. But it's going to be a process.
There are some kids here that can get stuff done for us, and get the job done. And for whatever reason, it hasn't happened in the past. And how quickly it turns over really comes down to us, our coaching staff, and I guess the term and phrase we use is kind of culture changing, and that's what we feel like we're doing right now.
We play our game. We're going to be a tough team to beat for anybody out there. So, yep, let's have some fun. And no, I really do. I believe that we got some guys who stick with what we're doing well. That's my prediction. We're gonna be a tough team to beat.
Thank you.
Come out to support the Hawks. All right, that's.